No, you're mistaken. Welcome to D&D, where you are mistaken frequently.
Oh, this is horrible but perfect.
Be careful about that
that's
word.
That's the best part.
And
Yeah.
Darwin, before we ended, walked in the room and tried to talk with it. Oh yeah, and like I said last time, I did change from a paladin to a barbarian, just because paladins, I thought it was gonna be a lot cooler than it was. So any healing spells I did, I took away I took that away from myself. So my health's what it would be.
Oh, healing's overrated, right?
Yeah, and I think I have the better end of the stick now. I have what my base health was now with like 6 health gone.
All right, and I was so proud of myself. I think I got everybody's name correct. So Kenna, Bailiana, Solo's easy, Darwin's easy.
Darwin's very easy. I don't think Darwin could understand it. I don't think Darwin could understand his own name if it won't work. Yeah.
All right, so I'll give everybody a quick recap as I see it, and then you guys can add anything in that I miss. So we descended into the pit. We charmed some rats at the top of the staircase. We came down, Kenna fell into a pit. It was a good time. Then we went into the Citadel, fiddled around with some dead bodies. We found some draconic writing on the wall. We ventured further in. Darwin met Meepo, who bonded quite well. And then he bonded quite well again with the queen of the Kobolds, and they might now be engaged. I don't know.
Darwin doesn't know either. Darwin only knew he was flirting after Kenna brought it up.
And Kenna tried to take the direct approach because Kenna is a good servant of the Sky Spear. And she avoided the trapped room, which Darwin tried to charge into. One of you two tried to charge into.
I think it was Darwin, but then he stopped right or something.
And then you're going around the long way now. You all talked Meepo into going, despite the fact that he is a kobold. And you crossed one door that you could not open that was thoroughly trapped. You could not get the door open because of reasons. You spoke some draconic at a fountain and got a potion of fire breathing, which Kenna now has. And you saw a second fountain at the end of a long hallway, which you started to go down towards approach, and some rats attacked. Meeple almost died. It was a good time. And you entered the chamber. There is a cold chill in the air and the smell of some kind of death. There are 2 pit traps that are stuck open, marked in blue. And I think that is where we left off. And for now, let's say that Bailiana has fallen back a little bit to attend to something a little bit behind you, and she will hopefully catch up soon. Am I missing anything?
That sounds all good to me.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, let us carry on then. The combat has ended. The rats' corpses are lying in the cells or on the ground, and Meepo is rubbing his chest where he was bitten.
So we got these trap things right here. There's a hole in the ground that you fell in earlier, boss lady.
Meepo hits the side of it and says, I think they're stuck open. I don't think we're gonna fall in.
Okay, I'm gonna cast heroism on him and see if he can jump across.
How many temporary hit points does he get? What's your charisma modifier?
3.
All right, I'm going to mark him at 3 temporary hit points.
And that takes away a spell slot for me, right?
I do believe it's a first level spell, which you can mark on your sheet. All right.
All
right. He now has 3 temporary hit points.
Hey, buddy, do you think you can jump across? And I put my hand on his shoulder, just like, and doing the spell.
He looks at you and nods, and there is this devilish smile that curls up on his lips, and he goes, "Watch this." And he takes a leap. He can hit the other side, and because it's open, his feet press against it, and he can very clumsily roll over the edge. He's lying down on the ground, and he's looking up going, "I made it. There's a rush. Your turn."
Can Darwin just kind of try to go around the corner of the wall?
Yes, it's you could very easily without a roll kind of sidestep off to the side, but you asked Meepo to jump over it, and he felt like he needed to oblige.
So Darwin does just that, and you did good, buddy.
He picks himself up, dusts off his legs like he's wearing pants, and he goes, "Meepo the hero.
Meepo the hero.
Meepo the hero."
Solo's just back here skinning the giant rats.
Make a survival check real quick.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you skinned that giant rat.
I'm gonna walk up next to Kenna and I'm gonna hold up a flayed skinned rat. Be like, "It's right here. This is our dinner." I'm gonna look up at you and be like, "Does that look tasty?"
Occasionally, the Sky Spear insists on fasting, but I appreciate you and all that you do.
As you say you appreciate me, and as and everything I do, he's gonna rip the skin off of the second rat and look up and be like, "Thank you. No, I appreciate you."
Darwin's just across the way, "I want food. I didn't pack anything."
He's gonna walk out with the third rat and throw the third rat skinned already in there. "That's your meal. Deal with it yourself."
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do the same thing that they did and kind of skip around the corner over here.
Yeah, you can easily get into the room. The room smells of rotting in some sense, certainly some kind of meat. And there is a very noticeable cold chill in the air that seems... it seems to fit with that death theme.
Darwin's not happy by the cold. He is visibly shivering, even if it's just the slightest thing. He is not enjoying it. But he still makes his way over to the fountain and splashes the water once again, thinking it's for good luck or something.
There is no water. It is a dried fountain. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty.
I got 15.
So with a 15, Solo, you can make out some worn off lettering, and you do not speak Draconic, correct?
Not that I do actually, yes.
You do speak Draconic.
Yeah, but I would say it's very, very small amounts because it's only what was being taught here and there, I would say.
Okay.
It's not a lot. But I do speak passive, "Hey, how's it going?"
Darwin, you also see the lettering. There's not much else to it. The dragon statue is kind of a dragon in dive. And Solo, do you read well enough to be able to make out an inscription?
Let me just roll a luck roll on that real quick. I got an 18, so I'm gonna say yeah. I know just barely enough to maybe like I wouldn't know what it means exactly, but I could recite it to someone that does know how to like translate it more smoothly.
Okay, the
Is what I'm gonna
inscription.
say there.
I will give you the inscription, and you can tell me what you do with it. The inscription says, "Let there be death."
That seems like a pretty straightforward like translation to Solo. He's gonna look at one of the 2 flayed rats that he has. He goes, "Oh, bloody hell! That was gonna be my meal." And he's gonna drop one of them into the well.
You drop it into the well. Nothing happens when you drop it in. Do you just read the inscription in your head, or do you read it out loud?
Well, if after nothing happens, I'm gonna look at it again and I'm gonna say it out loud.
Okay, in Draconic, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so as you recite the words, "Let there be death," you hear a loud click, and there is a puff of green gas from the fountain that spews out once, and then after a second, it starts filling up the room as it sprays again. So I need every.
Darwin just kind of backs up when he sees this, but not too far.
Okay, I would back away from the gas too. I need everybody in the room to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 1. It puffs me right in the face.
13.
Okay, and Kenna?
5.
Oh no.
I didn't want to save this anyway.
Alright, so here's what's going to happen. Anybody that got under a 10, so Solo and Kenna, you take 4 points of poison damage, and you are now poisoned. And Darwin, you take 2 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned a little bit less. So with the poisoned condition, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks while you are poisoned.
So that brings my health down to 13, right?
You would subtract 2. From where I have it open, you had 15. You'd subtract 2, so 13.
Darwin just kind of instinctually just uses both hands and covers his mouth and nose the best he can, his long old snout, just kind of panicking.
After a minute, the gas in the room dissipates, the smell and the cold chill in the air remain. The only other thing that anybody notices right away is that there is a door here on the other side of a pit trap.
Meepo, jump! He just kind of demands, but like in a friendly way, just like telling Meepo to just jump.
You want Meepo to jump and open the door?
Yes, or try.
Okay. Meepo. Oh, I need to roll a save for Meepo too. Give me a second.
Oh no.
I forgot Meepo was there. And they ain't great at con saves.
How can you forget the hero Meepo? He's like the leader of our party.
So the funny thing is, the party of Meepo, he rolled what he needed to, but he has a -1 modifier. So he fails, and he holds his chest, and he starts coughing as well. And I need to look up one thing about heroism. Heroism is concentration. So, Darwin...
Oh, my concentration was definitely broken.
Okay, I was going to say, you can roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you can hold it. It only lasts a minute. The spell only lasts a minute.
Let's do that, but I don't think...
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
6, 16.
Okay, so you roll it, you save, but there's not much time left on this spell, just so you're aware.
Can I just kind of pick up Meepo and just chuck him?
That's
towards the door. Hopefully he grabs the thing just so we can get out of here quickly.
That's a very interesting question. Oh. Let me see if Meepo can dodge out of the way real quick. I don't know if Meepo wants to be held or grabbed or thrown. Meepo.
Don't we all want to be held sometimes?
Yes, but not necessarily thrown. Unless there are times we do. But this isn't one of them. Meepo ducks out of the way, Darwin, and he goes, Meepo will jump across the pit after I'm done coughing.
All right, jump,
starts
buddy,
coughing.
jump.
Meepo is decently poisoned, and you can kind of see the tone of his skin changing color. And
come on, buddy, you need to do it quickly.
Darwin, you can also see Solo and Kenna aren't necessarily in the best of places, and neither are you right now. But you're a little bit better off than them. Roll a persuasion check to see if you can get Meepo to do it.
Alrighty, give me a second. That is a 25.
Meepo looks at you, and before he does it, he asks, "Is it okay if I wait a minute? I don't feel so good."
If you need help, I can just gently toss you over, if that will help you out.
You see his head kind of go down a little bit, and he exhales and he coughs as he does, but then he slowly makes his way over. And instead of jumping across like he did the other one, he will kind of stretch out his little leg so just part of it is on the landing where the door is, and part of it is on stable ground. And he'll look back at you guys one more time for confirmation before he opens the door.
You got this, buddy.
Meepo nods.
I'm already in action. I'm already in action with an arrow at the door.
Okay. Just in case you see anything.
Yeah, just in case anything funky happens.
Okay. So you see Meepo opens the door. Let's do official text first. So as Meepo opens the door, an oppressive smell suffuses the air, rising from chewed carcasses of cave rats, smaller vermin, and a few humanoid-looking creatures. The bodies lie upon a floor of filth, old bones, hair, and fur that combine to make a particularly large and vile nest. And with that, let's go ahead and roll initiative. And honestly, Solo, from your vantage point, you have a straight line towards the diseased giant rat if you would like to trigger before we roll initiative.
This is like a very visibly, audibly a disgusting, gross, giant, disgusting thing.
I'm going to question your relationship with rats, generally speaking, now. What rat is a cute thing?
I have had a few rats, and I am a rat I like rats, so like I think they're cute critters. But with a giant diseased rat, these rats have already tried to attack us. I guess like, yeah, I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna shoot at it.
Do so with disadvantage as you are poisoned.
Okay, disadvantage. 17 with disadvantage. The other one was a nat 20.
17 is enough to hit a diseased rat. Go ahead and roll damage.
Gonna be 8 points of damage.
Interestingly enough, you kill the diseased giant rat straight out.
I'll be like, wow, that was easy.
But still, let's roll advantage because there are more things in there.
I can't remember if I roll initiative or not. I didn't.
Okay.
Nat 20.
I rolled for initiative 7.
Okay.
Kenna also rolled for a nat 22. Damn, look at you, Kenna.
I think mine was a
dirty 20.
natural 20. Dirty
Oh,
20, yeah.
Okay, Kenna got 20. Solo got 23 total. That's some good initiative. And Darwin, what did you get?
7.
7. Okay. This would have been a harder fight had you triggered it last time while you were still level 1. Just a heads up. All right, Solo, you pluck your bow. It goes in. It kills the diseased rat straight out. And as the name would suggest, it looks, even from your vantage point, you can see like the matted fur, the torn pieces of flesh, the tiny bits of festering skin. He might be part of the reason why the room smells so bad, in addition to all the other dead things. But you're good to go. You're first.
Meepo, you can close the door. Come back over here. Whenever
But
you
there's
want.
poison! There's poison! We're dying in here.
We'll go out the other door. That is not a safe door. I say we go out that door down there. So, Meepo, why don't you go ahead and close that door there, and we'll go out the other door where there's no poison. And I'm going to ready another action with an arrow for if another rat tries to attack Meepo.
Okay, we'll see what happens on Meepo's turn. Kenna.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I, with 30 feet of movement, am I able to get here up to Rat C?
If you counted it out and you were there, yes. Let's say
All
yes.
right.
For the sake of this, let's say yes.
Okay. So we're gonna bring the new things now that we've hit level 2, and we are going to drop Booming Blade on this poor little rat, which gets me an attack with the spear, which has had to be at disadvantage because I am poisoned. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
All right. So the spear is going to do 6 points of damage. I happen to have the repelling blast invocation. If there is room to move, that rat is going to be pushed back from where we are.
So
I know there's a wall behind it, but does it get...
that actually opens up. I think the map is supposed to suggest that that is open. So yes, you can you can blast that back 10 feet.
10 feet.
Okay, so you skewer into it. It's not dead yet, and you cut pretty deep. And as you pull out, he flies back. So
Now, the important thing about this being Booming Blade is that if he moves before the start of my next turn, he's going to take a D8 of thunder damage.
interesting. He's wiggling on the ground, not in the moving forward sense, but in the he's hurt sense.
Yeah, no, I'm very glad for him to be hurt. I like it a lot.
Okay, Kenna, anything else?
That's going to be it for my turn.
Darwin, you go next.
So Darwin's gonna move to the corner here. And can he actually get a good vantage? I plan on shooting them with my longbow. Do I have a good line of sight for any of them?
Where you're standing, you have a line of sight on B.
Alright. Alrighty, I would like to go ahead and hit him with my longbow.
Okay, you pull back. Go ahead and roll to attack. You're also at disadvantage, by the way, as you two are currently poisoned, just not as bad.
Alrighty, so that's hit, right?
So in D&D Beyond, the best, that's, you rolled 2 hit. You don't need to roll disadvantage. You'd roll twice and take the lesser one. You can roll it each at the same time. Under your actions, if you right click the +3, it'll give you options to roll various things. But the 6 misses, or the 9 misses. And so
that's what the lower number is.
Right. So your shot goes underneath Kenna's arm, and then it keeps sailing over the edge of the wall.
Sorry. And I don't think I can do anything else, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Meepo looks back at you, Solo, and he says, "You still want me to shut the door?"
I'm on the wrong side of the door now.
Meepo slowly starts to pull it shut and looks at Solo for confirmation.
I don't think we should lock him in. Wait a minute. He can get all the glory from killing the rats.
So Meepo shut the door. Hi, Julia.
Fine, shut it! I'll kill them all myself for the glory of the Sky Spear!
Meepo shrugs and shuts the door and goes, "Okay, let's go."
Glory!
The door is now shut, and Meepo steps back from the edge, and it is the rat's turn. So can I go ahead and see how much damage Rat C is going to take?
All right. Let's see. Where are you? Roll a d8. He takes 5 points of damage.
So as he rocks forward and gets up, it's like he's got a explosive in his chest and he explodes out. Rat guts everywhere. He did.
You're right.
Guys, here!
Right in there. I heard a boom.
And Rat A will run over to Kenna and attempt to fight. Come on. There we go. And Kenna does a natural 1 hit you.
Oh, no, it does not. Thank goodness, though.
Okay.
IC is now high.
And as the other one comes up, it looks at Rat A, and Rat A kind of nudges his nose towards the best spot to try to hit you. And as they work with their pack tactics, he opens his mouth and lunges forward for a 21 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Take 6 points of piercing damage as Rat B, with the help of Rat A, manages to find an opening in your defense.
I take it back. There's no glory in death.
Solo. Hippie, you okay?
Yeah, I'm here. So I was gonna hear that and go 1, 2, 3, and sneak, kind of like not sneak inside, but like pop inside behind Kenna over here.
Okay, so free action, you open the door.
Oh, is that an action?
Free
Can it be
action.
my bonus
Free
action?
No, free oction. Opening
Free action,
opening a
bet.
door is opening the first door at least is a free action.
Bet. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in. I'm gonna take my dagger, and I'm gonna stab at Rat B. Yeah. Hold on. So, I'm actually gonna make 2 quick jabs at it because with the dagger, I can make an extra attack of the light property and make it an attack action instead of a bonus action. Well, whatever that cool thing is with the dagger.
The Nick mastery.
Yeah, the Nick.
So, the first one's your main one. The second one would be treated like an offhand attack. So if you hit, you just wouldn't add your modifiers to it.
Okay. So the first one is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
So that one is going to take 5 points of damage.
You slip it in between its ribs, but it is still alive.
Then I'm going to make another quick one for a 16 to hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
And this one is just going to do 3 points of damage.
All right, which is more than it has. So as you slip it in a second time and kind of flick the blade.
2 quick jabs.
Yeah, it is dead. 1 rat remains.
And I'm gonna kind of like flip my knife around to where I'm like holding it like outwards or whatever. Be like, don't worry, friend, I'm here. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, and next on our list, badly injured, bloodied Kenna.
Oh, Rat A is the one that bit me, right?
Rat B is the one that bit you. Rat A kind of gave the other one advantage. The dogs have something that I think my daughter gave them. I'll be right back.
All right.
This is the first fight where I was kind of hoping to get in because I wanted to rage. I don't think I'll get to though, depending on if you kill Rat A.
I'm not gonna lie, the Sky Spear hates snitches, so yes, Rat A is going to die.
Yeah. And Darwin's just in the other room this entire time. Shot one thing and missed.
I'm back. It was a little booklet of exercise material. Long fallen into disuse, I will say. Kenna, what would you like to do?
We're gonna Booming Blade Rat A. So we attack with the spear. Still at disadvantage because I'm still poisoned. So 16 to hit.
That will hit.
8 points of damage from the spear and pushed back to 10 with repelling blast.
The eight points of damage kills it right flat out.
The Sky Spear hates snitches, and therefore I am going to insist that its corpse be flung into the wall. How dare you tell your friend where to hit me?
Its dead body explodes back into the wall.
Nice. I can't even remember what Ken's voice sounds like. I'm gonna have to go watch last week's.
Darwin's voice was apparently a lot butcher than I thought it was. I thought he talked a little bit like this, but as I got excited, he sounded like this. Almost Australian.
You also started to sound like you're from like Louisiana or something, like from like, you know, that area of the South, from like the bayou.
That kind of works, because I'm a lizard that likes to swamp.
Okay, you guys are in the room. Meepo looks at you, Darwin, and he says, Meepo the hero did as he was told.
Meepo did very good. Very good.
He flexes a little bit.
We should get out of this room because there's still a poison.
Meepo nods and he follows behind.
And I follow as well.
Poking my
Meepo
head
looks at
out,
all the
what's
dead
out here?
bodies. That opens up into an open courtyard. Now, by open, it still like hits into the bottom of the very steep slope that you're in.
Hey, look at this rat. It's nothing but boom, his guts and stuff.
Darwin, if you would like to investigate the room, you're free to roll an investigation check.
I would love to. Let's see. Investigation. Give me a second. There it is. Oh, why did I have to be the investigation? 15.
So, what you notice right away, the humanoid corpses in the room include 2 goblins, a kobold, and a human. And
Hey, look. It's a human.
there is some weapons and some armor. And if you investigate the human, you can find a potion of healing.
I want to do that. Which corner? Just tell me and I'll go.
I will let you pick any of these corpses that you want on the map, and you can call that the human.
This is the human.
That is the human. And Meepo's standing over the kobold, just looking down.
Do I have to roll for anything?
The investigation was enough. Just so the group knows what's in the room or what's Darwin's looking over. There is studded leather armor, 5 daggers, a longbow, a backpack, a quiver of 6 arrows, and a potion of healing. And with that roll, Darwin, you notice that the corpse has a has a gold ring on his hand.
All I remember from what you just said is the gold ring, so I'm gonna take that if that's all right. And then,
yeah, as you do, you notice that there is an engraving on it with the name Caracas.
Caracas?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Had we heard that name maybe when we were in town taking this job?
You're
Is that a name
welcome.
we'd recognize?
You are welcome to roll a history check to try to recall, or some other check if you think it fitting.
Can I also take one of the arrows?
You can take as many of the things as you want. Solo, you certainly don't recall anything. Kenna, you don't either. Or, I'm sorry, not Kenna. Wait, Kenna, did you roll twice? Oh, you're poisoned.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, you're
for
poisoned.
poison, right?
Yeah, you're poisoned. I didn't think about that. Oh,
13.
With the 13, you don't recall anything either.
Real quick, DM, is there anything magical special about the bow or the arrows?
How would you like to determine? You can roll an
He's gonna
Arcana
kinda,
check.
Pick them, Arcana, or I would say probably an Arcana. I'm not good at it, but it's a 10. No, it's a 10.
Nothing seems particularly magical about any of it. I will say, as a DM, under the new set of rules, if you have 2 daggers, that nick property that you have lets you make the attack action both the main hit and the off hit. I think you can still actually have one more with the light property for a second bonus action to make a second swipe at it.
Hold on, real quick. You said there was a bag or something on the guy, right? Is there any
There is a backpack. If you open it up, you'll find a water skin, 1 day's rations, a bedroll, a tinderbox, and 3 torches. Roll an insight check. Anybody that's looking at the body.
Alright, okay. Insight. Okay, let's see.
And
3. 3.
11.
11's enough. 10 would have been enough. He has adventuring gear. He has what would be adventuring gear.
I'm gonna strip him of the rations if he has any.
He has a single day's worth of rations.
Oh man, I was gonna get that.
I'll look at the rations and then I'll look at the rats around the room.
I will take
and then I'll
one.
hand you the ration instead, and I'll go and start flaying some of the rats that are not poisoned, and also able to be flayed.
Alrighty,
Haven't blown up.
I'm also gonna grab the water skin and one of the arrows, so I have a full quiver again.
So Darwin, I believe it was Darwin who initially saved. Darwin's poison has worn off. While you're in the room, Solo, Meepo, and Kenna are still poisoned.
Fair.
Before Darwin takes all the arrows, I'm gonna take 3 of them and give him the other 3 as well.
I only am taking the 1, so you can take as many as you want.
Okay,
Besides
who's
Okay, well then I'll take the
taking
5.
Who's taking the, as you're splitting up the mundane gear, who's taking the potion of healing?
Kenna, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think Darwin would fully understand what it is.
Okay.
I think.
If nobody wants it, I might drink it right now.
Okay.
Solo would look at it and probably smell it, and like he would know potions and some kind of medicine as well, and he would be like, "Oi, tall one that wants glory, yeah, might want this," and he's gonna like kind of toss it to you.
Darwin is kind of sleepy though, because his stuff is getting low too.
I am so sorry.
So loud. Hi.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. I lost
I
track
was-
of time.
That's perfectly fine. I'm about to suggest we take like a short rest, 1 to heal, 2 so I can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you can do a short rest. While you do that, I'm going to adjust the camera thing so Bailiana is fully in the picture. And
Alrighty,
then
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'll ask about my health and stuff when I get back.
that sounds good. So you guys are going to take a short rest. Feel free to roll to recover your hit points. And can somebody fill Bailiana in on what she's missed so far?
I got you on that.
Thank
So
you.
you missed, what? 1d10. Okay, total. Sorry, I didn't give me my health back for some reason. Okay, so 2. Essentially, we were in this room. We got into this room. Darwin gave Meepo some kind of heroism and then like convinced him to jump into this room. Then we went to this room. Then there was this statue up here that said in Draconic, allow there to be death or something like that. Solo was able to barely decipher it, and then the whole room filled up with poison. We all got poisoned, and then Darwin convinced Meepo to jump and open this door, and I readied an action, and there was a giant poison rat, and I shot the rat, and I killed the rat in one shot. And then after that, Kenna ended up sprinting in there to go kill one of the rats, and then Meepo closed the door because Darwin told him to close the door. So then Kenna was locked in the room by herself. So then Kenna almost died because then Rat A tried to attack but missed. But then Rat B got kind of like motivated and snitched on and was able to find out a weak spot on Kenna and took out a lot of damage on Kenna. So then Solo ran inside and gave like a quick like prison jab, like 2 quick stabs into Rat B and killed Rat B, and then Kenna turned around and killed Rat A, and then everyone came into the room, and now we're investigating a dead body that has a potion, and we're about to give it to Kenna because she's about to die, and yeah, that's essentially what's happened. And then you come sprinting up because you had to fall back for some reason, for whatever reason that you come up with after that, and then you eventually caught up with us, and you came running into me throwing a potion at Kenna.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome back.
Again,
Which,
so
if we are, I had the exact same issue. I was also very late for. Oh, it's Monday. What? Damn.
It's the freaking holidays, man.
Right? All right, let's.
All right. So while you guys are taking a short rest,
I'm back.
the poison status for everybody will be good. On D&D Beyond,
Yay.
in order to take a short rest, click the short rest button at the top. Make sure automatically apply healing with dice result is on. Click the box of the hit die that you want to use, and then it will allow you to roll underneath, and that should automatically apply the healing to your character.
That's so cool. Okay, cool. Perfect.
Okay. There we go.
Weirdly, I don't know about you guys, but I have an error message that says this site cannot be reached. Oh, that says no internet. That might not be.
Well, don't worry. We can still hear you, though. That's good. That's a good sign.
I wonder what that is.
So,
That's still working.
Darwin has this ring now. What is it? Caracas?
So there's an engraving on it that's Caracas. If you
How
want
do you
me to
spell
spell
that?
that, it's Karakas.
K-A-R-A-K.
Karakas, yes.
A-S. Gotcha. Just so I know what I have. It's in my pocket.
It is not the one ring. Putting it on does not make you invisible to everyone except... I can't remember his
Except the
name.
bad guys.
Can't remember his name.
Gollum.
Saruman.
No, I think even Gollum.
No, that's
Sauron.
Invisible Guard. Is it Sauron?
Yeah,
Sauron.
Sauron.
Okay.
Sauron.
Saruman was the wizard that was working with Sauron.
Yeah, that was the confusion in my head. I was getting those two confused, and I wasn't sure
I
enough.
said Saruman, but then I heard Roto say Sauron, and I was like, yeah, no, absolutely, it's Sauron. I was absolutely wrong.
Roto, let us know when you are reconnected, okay?
Is it a gold ring?
It is a gold ring.
Sorry, I'm just putting it in my notes, so it just says gold ring engraved Caracas.
There is also a pouch that has 17 gold pieces in it, if anybody wants to take that.
I'm gonna scoop that up, not even a second thought.
Okay.
How many did you say?
17.
I'm gonna hold my dagger up at him, be like, oi, I remember some of us helping clear out the room, and I'm guiding you. I require payment, please.
I give him
Just
4
5
of it.
gold.
Oh,
5.
5. I could do that.
5. Thank you. And I'm gonna sheath my dagger and count out my 5 gold pieces and put it in my little pouch.
Okay.
I'm gonna just quickly stuff away the 7 gold pieces from that. And this is the most gold Darwin's ever had in his entire life, so he's very ecstatic.
So, and the best way, while Roto reconnects, the best way to think about gold, in my opinion, so look at it like this. A piece of silver would represent 1 skilled craftsman. It'd be 1 day's work. So if you have a gold piece, that would be representative of 100 days work of a skilled craftsman.
Darwin is an urchin. He is just excited to see money. That's why he kind of just took it. All he had was 2 silver pieces before 7 gold.
All right, my connectivity is slow coming back up, but I have Discord and I have the D&D Beyond app, so I might not be able to see the map. If you can just keep me moving along with people, I should be able to roll, and I'll be doing a theater of the mind style for a few minutes.
I will absolutely guide your piece and give you whatever descriptions needed as the party benefits from this short rest.
One more question about the stuff the human had. You said he had a bow of sorts or something?
So he had a quiver of 6 arrows. So his weapons, he has 5 daggers and a longbow.
Yeah, and Darwin's not interested in any of that. He wants another scimitar, but he's not going to be that lucky for a good while, I think.
Roll an insight check.
All right. 17.
So goblins sometimes carry scimitars. So if you kill a goblin, you might, or kill might not be the only option. You could potentially get one from a goblin at some point.
Well, Darwin's very charismatic. So I'm pretty sure, especially since he speaks Goblin, he could wiggle his way to get one.
I am willing to explore that path when we cross it.
Alrighty.
Okay, so would the group like to leave the dead rat infested corpse-filled room, or would you guys like to stay there?
I would like to leave. I've gotten what I want out of here.
Right.
Darwin's got a ring, he's got gold, he's fully stocked up on arrows, and now he has food and water. He is very happy. He just kind of darts out the room.
Darwin, where are you going?
You jump over the wall, and you are standing in the courtyard filled with rubble and debris. It's all very unstable underneath you, but you look up and you see the very, very long, tall rock wall that goes back to the surface. It doesn't.
Guys, come out here! Look what I see.
No, I don't think we're supposed to be going that way.
No. Yeah, I'm a solo on this one.
But
I think
it's
that's
the
the way
stairs.
out.
It's where we came from. It's where we came from.
Exactly.
Meepo walks up and he puts his little claws on top of the wall, and he says, "The goblins aren't this way. You guys
Darwin
just wanted to come down here because you thought the fountain was pretty, and then we almost all died to the fountain. It was awful."
Darwin,
Here, come with me.
Darwin's frill just kind of plops down, and he kind of slumps over and climbs back into the room.
I say that we let Meepo be the guide, because he knows where we're going down here, and I do not. So let's follow Meepo.
And Darwin
I agree.
Darwin just shrugs and follows.
Meepo
the hero.
Meepo the hero. Meepo and Kenna go together, and they go back through the first dragon fountain room. They trace back through all of the cells to the other dragon fountain room. The one that actually... Oh no, we don't have to go that far at all. Before we get to the dragon fountain room, we go to the corridor where there's one more door. And Meepo points at the door, and he says, "That's the back channel."
What's in the back channel?
If we go in there, we can outflank the goblins and destroy their encampment.
All right.
Can I sneak ahead and try to see if I can find the encampment first?
You are welcome.
Stealth it.
You are welcome to roll a stealth check. Open the door and go through.
Oi, I just want to go see what's ahead. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, come after me.
Darwin nods, but already his little tail's wagging impatiently.
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll my stealth for a dirty 20.
All right, you open the door. You think under other circumstances it might make a little bit of noise, but you are skilled with doors, and it does not. You walk into another room that is just basically a square room with nothing in it, that has one more door at the north side.
Okay, but DM, why aren't you unfogging all of it? What's in this room?
There is nothing else in this room. This is an empty room.
Besides,
there is a door to the north. That's the only thing in this room.
I want to take a peek into this room.
All right. Let's carry over your 20, because why we should not waste a 20.
Definitely not. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the official text of this room: the 10-foot wide hall is liberally strewn with sharp caltrops. On the northern wall, passage to the room beyond is partially blocked by roughly mortared 3-foot high wall, complete with crenellations. That would be that part right here. And
Darwin's like starting to kind of antsy or excitedly, and I can't think of the word, impatiently starting to poke his head through.
Doing.
I think it's safe, and he just goes in the room and hides behind Solo.
So Meepo and Kenna will walk behind. And now, Bailiana, do you also come into the room? Okay, so the party is in the room. There's nothing in the room. Solo, you are currently the only one that knows about the caltrops in the hall.
What's on the other side of the door, buddy?
I'm gonna look back and be like, you were supposed to wait on the other side of that door.
You were taking too long. I wanted to get. I wanted.
Without saying anything, I'm just gonna step aside and be like, why don't you go find out yourself?
Okay, and he hesitantly peeks through the door.
Solo's gonna push him in.
So
Now he's in the room.
you don't.
I'll give a strength check.
So let's do this
I don't
two.
have any strength, but I'll definitely do it.
Let's do this two ways. One, roll a stealth check, Solo, and we'll make it against his passive perception,
19.
which is certainly going to beat your passive perception. You can sneak up and try to push him in.
Since I'm stealthing, do I get advantage on that?
He'll have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, bet.
So Darwin, make a
18.
strength. No, actually, he gets to make a saving throw instead. So the way the 24 set works, it becomes a save against your passive DC instead of a contest, at least for the initial one. Darwin, roll a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
With disadvantage, that is a 12.
All right, a 12. Let me take a look at Solo here. Oh, Solo. You don't have any strength.
No, but I did roll an 18.
Right, the 24 set, it would consider a shove, an unarmed attack, and he would save against it instead of a contest. So your save DC would be 8 plus your proficiency plus your strength modifier. So that you would have a flat 10 to try to push him. Darwin, being a barbarian, manages to not fall into the caltrop room.
And he just kind of angrily looks and like lets out a little towards Solo.
But this, if you guys were going for stealth, it's currently out the window.
Well, then he just does that to behind, just like, who did that?
What are you talking about? You tripped on your own feet when you rushed into the room.
And then he hisses again and then just kind of ignores that comment.
Okay.
Because he knows that Solo's has done more adventuring than him, and he's very new to this, so he's just like, just kind of angrily grumbling to himself.
There's traps in there, and that's why I wanted to sneak ahead, try to get a lay of the land, so that we would come in with an advantage.
Darwin just nods, still very angry but understanding.
But I don't have the patience to deal with impatience. So seek glory and heroism ahead, and I will have your back with my arrows.
Darwin seems to like that idea, and he pulls out his sword and he slowly walks into the room, doing his best to avoid.
As we do that real quick, let's roll initiative to set in order, just so we're all very clear.
14.
13.
Okay, give me a second. So Darwin 13, Solo 14, Bailiana 16, and Kenna 8. Alright, so technically the first person to act will be Bailiana. What you've witnessed is Solo is encouraging Darwin, and Darwin is about to go into this caltrop-filled narrow hallway.
Hold on. There might be some traps in there.
Oh, there are
Darwin-
very blatantly traps in there. At least
Darwin then
caltrops.
hesitates and takes like a step back, his frill kind of up.
Let me take a look. If it's alright.
And
he
you
just
guys
nods
are
and
over
moves to the
3
side.
feet, so I'm going to give you a little bit of the back wall.
Alright. With the use of my core sap, I test the ground to see if there's any traps in front of me.
So what you see, caltrops aren't necessarily big, right? There are hundreds of them strewn across the floor. They themselves are traps. As you push on the floor doesn't give, but it could be dangerous walking into this room with the caltrops.
Am I able to bolt to the other side?
Are you able to jump to the wall? The wall is about 20 feet down. So I'm not 100% sure what the jump roll is. Give me a second. Unless anybody knows offhand.
I'm lucky if I know what I'm rolling when you tell me to roll.
Yeah, okay. Jump spell. A lot of the stuff when you bring up still comes up with a 2014. No, that's why. Okay. Jump D&D 5E.
Does
Jump.
there's a door? Is there a doorway across from here?
It's like a half wall.
It
It's like a
is-
3-foot barricade.
Yeah, it's a 3-foot. It's Okay, so long jump. When you make a long jump, you can cover the number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump. So Bailiana's. So if you get a running start, your strength score is 13.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get about 13 feet into it.
DM, are the caltrops movable? Are
Yeah,
they just like sharp little things?
they're sharp little things. They are literally lined everywhere on the floor. You have no reason to believe, seeing them, that they are bolted down.
While they're debating this, can I go ahead and do create water and flood the entire area and let them like flow out into this room?
That'll be clever.
Yeah, I like that as an idea.
Everyone get along the wall real
Mhm.
quick. I'm gonna flood this room with traps so that we can go into that room.
Everyone just kind of hides in the corner.
All right, and are you standing? Are you standing there as you do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand here kind of like with my legs like separated kind of deal. And I can create up to 10 gallons of clean water, or alternatively a 30-foot cube within range. So essentially I could like fill this whole room with water, and then have it flow out and essentially out into the hallway and just kind of flow out
Yeah, I'm down to do that without even a roll. You can use that spell to clear off the caltrops from that room and make it normal terrain.
With that, I'm gonna look over at Darwin and be like, "As you were."
He just nods, then goes in,
All
holding
right.
his sword out.
So
I love that spell. That's the first time I've ever had that spell.
That is awesome.
First,
That is awesome. I've never even heard of it before, and I love that.
First things first, Darwin, as you step into the room, a goblin pops up over the little half wall with his bow and he fires at you.
Can I dodge?
Not against the 21.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
How much do I take?
You will take 5 points of piercing damage as you take the first step into the room.
Okay. That leaves me at 11 health.
All right. That was just his held action, so it's still your turn.
And then I just quickly.
That wasn't my turn. I'm so sorry.
No, you were actually next to act, so it kind of makes sense that you kind of went in there at Bailiana's turn.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay.
Am I good to go?
Yes. The only thing that you know now for a certainty is that there is a goblin head peeking over that wall with a bow.
I just lift up my hand and quickly and panickingly kind of just say, in Goblin, we come in peace.
If you can try to influence him as your action, you would go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Unless you don't mean it, then a deception check.
It'd be the hold on. I think it'd be the same either way.
Okay. Roll.
No, it's persuasion. I'm gonna do persuasion.
All right. See if you can persuade this goblin.
What is that? It is
Looks like a 10.
Yep.
All right. That's your action. You still have a bonus action of movement. Are you going to stay in the hallway, move forward, or move back?
I'm gonna hide in the doorway, like peeking around.
Okay, so you shut the door. So I'll say that gives you...
Well, I keep the door open enough that we can hear him, but I'm just like hiding behind it.
Okay, so let's give you cover with the door. The goblin yells back, "Go away!"
Why?
This is goblin territory. No kobold lovers here.
And then I just kind of look at the rest of the group and just say, he says he don't like kobolds.
Darwin, from your vantage point, you can see that he gets another arrow ready. It looks like he will fire at anybody that enters the hallway.
You guys should stay where you are. He's gonna shoot you if he sees you. He don't like kobolds and he don't like kobold lovers.
Kenna, are you back online, by the way? I'm sorry, Darwin. Go ahead. He doesn't like kobold lovers.
And also, there's an arrow in my shoulder.
And there is.
He said it in the order of importance.
And out of curiosity, for continuity's sake, does your mane like just go stick straight up? Oh my god, you're a tall dog. Get down. It's down.
Kind of
Get
up.
down.
Like when he got shot, it went straight up. But now that he's around the corner, it's like kind of halfway. Like he's like kind of calm about it, but he's just kind of like nervous. Just like he very much doesn't know what to do and is looking for the others for help. He wants to solve this peacefully if possible.
All right, Kenna, let's move to your turn. So just so you are aware, in the back corner of the room, sloshing around in water, are hundreds of caltrops. And Darwin has a spear, or not a spear, Darwin has an arrow sticking out of him.
Yes, my apologies. I was muted, but I was here. I actually said several things and didn't realize that I still had the mute on from talking to my son a few minutes ago. All right. Can I see the goblin if I come over here behind Darwin? Can I see any part of the goblin?
Let's say Darwin has a door open enough just so that you can see him where he's at. He hasn't ducked back behind the crenellation yet, the little wall.
All right, I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at him.
Okay, that is that's a dangerous spell.
14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Dang it.
He does not find you friendly anymore, though. If he ever did.
Darwin.
If he ever did. He shot Darwin, and I consider Darwin a friend.
Darwin's frill just plops down, just like sad, like, oh no.
The Sky Spear does not allow one's friends to be attacked.
I think I was handling it. We were having a conversation.
I believe we were told to kill them.
Then Darwin's just like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Kinna is going to take a couple of steps back behind the wall, though.
Darwin should probably go, if possible, can Darwin now fully go behind the door, or do I have to wait till my turn?
Let's let you shut the door. The rest of the door is just an extra action, and it will go to Baeliana, back to the top of the order.
Freya? So much worse. Going stealthily. I'm gonna try something. Not sure it'll hit.
Okay, you go over, you reopen the door.
Yep. Everyone stand back.
I can't move. It's not my turn.
True story.
Alright. I'm looking at the goblin in game rate as I start to use Ice Knife and getting ready to throw it at the goblin.
I'm sorry, what do you do?
I'm preparing to use Ice Knife.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if it hits. Does a 15 do anything?
It does.
Nicely done.
Alright, 13 damage.
Okay. And as you do that, the ice knife sticks in, and it goes straight through his chest, breaks through the back of it, and without a sound, he just drops.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Baeliana is just covering her mouth. Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's alright, he's sleeping. And can I do like persuasion or something? Deception.
You are welcome to try to deceive Baeliana. Whether she is deceived or not will be her choice.
Alrighty, oh no.
That does not help. No. He's dead. You can see the blood.
Kinna's gonna put her hand on your shoulder, and it's rather firm and heavy, and she's just gonna look down the hallway. Glorious. Absolutely glorious.
Solo's gonna walk up and be like, I believe that his name might have been Gorglok.
Just for the record, we are still in initiative order.
Oh, damn, yeah, right. I'm not gonna walk up, but I am gonna make a note out there while everyone's talking. I believe his name might have been Gorglok, but I don't quite know.
It's
I don't
alright.
need to put a name to a face, but
I don't think that's a
he
good
was a
idea
person
right
too.
I think we should bury him.
I think putting a slab of ice to his face was appropriate.
We should
Glorious
bury
indeed.
All right.
We should
I
bury
think
him.
we all meet our end eventually. So
We should
this
bury-
was his end. That's sad.
We
And
should
must
bury
move
him.
Forward.
We should
don't
bury
have
him.
We don't have time.
We should bury him
We-
for the flower
we can
lady
do
so
that
she ain't
afterwards.
sad. But the
We can
flower
do that
lady's
after.
sad.
She
she
can
said.
be sad, but she can be sad. We will bury him afterwards.
Okay.
We don't have time.
Okay, and he just kind of crosses his arms. Acting very much like a teenager. Just like, eh.
Bailiana, would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Nope. Other than saying they're in complete shock of what she just did.
Okay, it was shocking. It froze everyone that witnessed it. Solo.
Solo's gonna walk in between them. Like, I want to try to like peek through the room. Can I visibly perceive anything going on beyond the wall that might surprise us?
You are welcome to make a perception check to see if that is so.
That would be an 11.
You do not see any other immediate threats.
I just realized Nico's
Okay,
still
so
alive.
5, 10. Can I try to stealth real quick? I'm gonna go into a stealth.
Yeah, let's make the stealth your action. That's fine. And you
Okay,
can...
that's totally fine. 18.
All right, go ahead and move, and I will let you know if anything spots you.
I am going to look around before I do at everyone and be like, please stay here. And I'm gonna look at Darwin. Please be patient. And
He kind of angrily annoyed, just kind of like nods, just like, yeah, you're right, I'll wait.
unless you want to catch another arrow, just give us a second.
He just kind of takes the arrow out of his shoulder real quick.
15. I have 30, 15 to 20, 25, 30. Can I smell it? I can't. I don't want to make another perception check because I know that's another roll or whatnot.
There's nothing out of sorts kind of hitting you. Any places
Okay.
Goblin is, there's just kind of a passive smell of filth. That's
Smell of
just
filth, okay.
You've been around goblins enough just to kind of know that out of hand.
Okay. With that, I don't really have any other actions. I'm gonna look back and be like, I don't think there's anyone else. Actually, wait. Hold on. I don't think it's a bonus action. Hold on. Bonus action. No, it's not. Damn it. I was gonna send a message, but that's an action. Wait, would that be an action or would that be a bonus action, DM?
A message spell?
Yeah. No,
Uh,
it's a spell, so it'd be an action.
Not all spells are
Jeez.
action, but this one is rated as an action.
Casting, yeah. I just saw the casting time, the one action. Okay, bet. Well, in that case, I can't really do anything outside of that. So that will be my turn. I'm not
Darwin.
going to say anything.
Darwin kind of hesitantly, not wanting to get in trouble, kind of goes up to, let's see, when I can get to Solo, right?
Yeah,
the
he's
corner
15 feet away from you, or you can
Yeah,
reach
he's
him in
just gonna-
10. Yeah.
He's just gonna go up to Solo and kind of trying to follow his lead, looking, squinting. Does he see anything from? He's gonna go a little bit farther because he can go another 15 or so. He's gonna hide right here. Can he see anything from here?
Do you look over the wall? Do you stick your head over the wall?
He just kind of peers around, kind of like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park, just sticking their head around the corner.
As you do, you see one more door, And again, the official text, the filth on the floor, stains on the wall, shabby hides, and fire pit attests to the years of use this room has seen at the hands of the creatures, unconcerned with hygiene. On the eastern side of the southern wall, that's where you're at now, you are crossing that wall. So it's just a filthy room with hides and a fireplace, and you see a door.
Is he close enough to reach the goblin? Because I don't know if I can go any closer.
You can reach over the wall and do something with the goblin. I'm afraid to ask what, but you are welcome to do something.
I just want to search him. Don't worry, I just want to search him.
Okay. So the two things that you see on him pretty clearly are the short bow that he was shooting you with, and he has a scimitar sheathed on his hip.
Can I just kind of take that scimitar?
Yeah.
All right.
Add a second scimitar.
Also, yep. I'm also going to equip it like my other one.
Okay. So you now have a scimitar in each hand that you can use, and you have the Nick weapon mastery. So
Yes.
you'll be able to, the action will be able to do both of those hits.
And last thing Darwin does before he ends his turn, he's just kind of like, guys, there's a door over here. And then that's it.
Okay. And then we will roll on to Kenna.
The caltrops are clear, right?
Yeah, they are
Hello?
still floating. I had mute on. They are still floating in a magic puddle of water here. There are hundreds now flooded in this corner.
All right. Being where I was, I think I'm only going to get to be about here before I have to stop. We don't actually see anybody moving here, right? Like, there's, as far as we know, Goblin B was alone.
You haven't encountered anybody else yet, correct?
All right. My action on this turn is going to be to dash and get over that wall,
Okay.
and I'll end up here.
All right. You see the makeshift fireplace. You actually, what you would see, to answer at least part of your question, maybe there's more than one bedroll. Do with that what you will.
I was actually about to say that I can definitely see more than one bedroll. Come along, friends. More glory awaits. Maybe two more at least, based on these rags.
Meepo comes up next. Meepo dashes over. He flips over the wall so his feet kind of land on the goblin. He goes, poof. He looks at the goblin, goes, we got him. Meepo the hero. And then we go back to the top of the order.
Meepo the hero.
Meepo the hero.
Bailiana?
Right, I go in and making sure. I can easily make it. And is his appearance scaled up? Let's wait for Solo. If we can. And I end my turn.
All right, Solo. Solo, if you're saying
I'm
any-
gonna go across the area, ready in action, with an arrow knocked, and that'll be my turn.
All right, Darwin, there is a closed door.
Darwin's kind of looking over at Solo and kind of, at this point, is starting to understand a bit. He just kind of goes around the corner where he's still a bit hidden from the door, but just kind of shoves it open.
All right, you shove it open. I'm assuming you're not taking stealth the way that you said that. It leads down into one more hallway. And you cannot see past that corner.
Alright, and I think I'm actually going... Would that count as my action?
No, opening the door wouldn't count as an action.
Okay, so I'm going to use my last spell slot to... Let's see, heal some? Because I do have Cure Wounds.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So, and that gives me 12? Wait, how does that work?
So you would click on your health, the heal blank space damage. You would click on that middle box, type in the number, and then hit the heal button above.
Alright, I just want to make sure. So I'm back at max health. And I have no more spell slots. And that is where I end my turn. But he kind of looks at so like giving a look like, did I do good? Like an eager puppy, just like, did I do it?
Let me see something here. Let's see how. Meepo looks at you and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, "Meepo the hero and company did well."
Darwin just looks at him like, yeah, and pats him on the back a little bit too hard, but like in good spirit.
Kenna. Glory of the Sky Spear.
Yeah. The Sky Spear gets no glory if we only remain here. Let's go through this door. If I peek around this corner, how much can I see?
You see 3 targets with arrows sticking out of them. You also see a door at the end, right, I'll give you that right about there.
We still have that.
There are also a lot of arrows that seemingly miss the target strewn upon the ground.
All right, I'm going to step all the way out here and hope I see somebody to throw a spear at.
As you do, four goblins pop up. They're all pointing bows at you, but the other one, so everybody's moving.
Sorry.
The goblins say, "Who are you? What do you want? How'd you get past Cleek Glock?"
He allowed me to pass in search of glory.
Roll a deception check.
Nope.
Ooh.
That's a 5.
They're not smart creatures, but they aren't that dumb. They look at you and they say, "Get out."
Spears are thrown weapons. We're going for A. Does a 23 hit?
Oh yeah, it's a goblin.
Kenna, what's going on there?
I have found more glory! I'm under attack!
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. That should not be 26. It was just a 23.
26 damage. He's obliterated flat out.
So I have to roll the attack again, so otherwise it's going to double the damage for that crit. The original hit was a 23. 12 points of damage.
Is more than he has. So like the ice knife before you, you launch into it, it smacks into his head, and he falls back. He falls back with a thud. The other goblin.
Now, the sap property's not going to do me any good against a dead guy, so that's unfortunate.
It is
and I
not,
have no movement left.
which might be
I have no
unfortunate.
movement left, so I'm staying here.
All right.
Friends, there's glory here! I've left you 3!
Oh no.
Meepo runs up, he pulls out his sling, and he goes, Meepo, hero slayer of goblins! And he fires off his sling.
Right, friend Meepo.
Meepo hits. And Meepo does 3 points of damage to one of the goblins. Meepo the hero!
Meepo the hero!
Baliana. Combat has obviously started.
I look at Soul. Sorry. Let's go.
Come along, Baliana.
Right.
Wreck these fools like you did the last one.
Alright, I'll do my best. As I use Ice Knife again to throw it at the one in front of me. The middle. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, dear. It's unbecoming.
C, D, or E. C is the one that Meepo hit.
C?
Okay. Ooh, those nat ones. 'Tis a miss.
It went wide and it hit the wall behind them.
And it explodes in an icy knife fashion. Baliana, anything else?
I just look at
They still make their dex saves, don't they? Or has Ice Knife changed in the 24 hours?
Is ice? Let me look at her spells. So Ice Knife is an attack cantrip. Oh, it does. There is a good call.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a first level spell, but at least the before 2024 version explodes and makes everybody take a dex save.
Oh wait, it is a first. I was looking at her action things. It is a first level spell, and it does explode. And there's 2d6 damage if they fail.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. You were aiming at C. That means
Yep.
C and D will make a dex save. Let's do C first, who succeeds with a 17. And then D, who will fail with a 10. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
8.
So even missing this thing, your explosion kills D. And is it half damage or probably not half damage since it's the secondary effect?
I'm guessing no.
All right, and as you look over at Kenna, it looks like the Sky Spear has reached down and blessed Kenna with some kind of heroic inspiration.
It is a delight to work with you, Baliana. Such a professional.
Really, I'm not really a professional at this.
Simply a talented amateur. Even better.
Next in the order is Solo.
Yippee.
He's our hippy-dippy weatherman. Alright, when he gets back, we will let him take his turn. In the meanwhile... Vanished.
There he is.
Reappeared.
Yes. Sometimes my connection gets real bad, and then I have to disconnect.
Okay, it is your turn. Baeliana dispatched with an icy explosion one of the goblins.
Awesome possum. So I'm gonna come down here, and is what goblin is Goblin E. Do I have sight of Goblin E?
You can peek around the corner and have a line of sight of him. Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot with. Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to kind of like hold out my hand and just like whisper some sweet, soft words, and you guys see like a mote of light like flow out into my hand, and I'm gonna throw a starry wisp over at the Goblin E for a 23 to hit.
23 hits. I don't know what a starry wisp is. It sounds fascinating.
It only does 2 damage, but it sounded cool. It's just a little mote of light that just does a little bit of damage. But now that whole area, I think it emits a light for 10 feet, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition.
All right, so I imagine it as that little light point comes over, he's swatting at it like it's a bee, and it just like stings into him, and he goes, "Ow!"
A little nuisance. I love it. I'm here for it.
Darwin.
Darwin's gonna run in to join everybody. He's heard all the commotion. He doesn't know what's going on besides a fight. And he just comes out with both swords out and just yells, trying to be intimidating as possible. We're gonna kill you all!
All right. How would you like to do anything else?
Could I actually do that as a vicious mockery? It's a cantrip.
Yeah, you could do vicious mockery as your action.
Yeah, I'll do that and say the exact same thing.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, which one do you want to do it against, C or E?
Let's go with C, because...
Alright, so C will do a wisdom save to see if you are indeed mocking. And with his -1 modifier, you are indeed mocking. So, and strangely enough, you have mocked him to death.
Nice.
Darwin comes around the corner. We're gonna kill you, dies.
Oh, boys.
One goblin remains. And Darwin, that is your turn, correct?
Correct.
The other goblin, he runs back, opens the door, and starts running away.
We better get him.
Alright. So let's keep initiative order at least for this second. And go to Kenna.
We have done excellently, my friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to come to this door and listen at it to see if I hear anything beyond it.
Make a perception check.
Ooh! I got a nat 20. It's a 19, though.
It is a wasted one as you hear nothing. Or
Knowing that there's nothing behind that door is not a waste.
It's not necessarily a waste. I was just about to say the same thing, actually.
Having not heard anything... having not heard anything back there, I'd like to open the door.
Right. Let me get a bigger eraser.
I think this one's safe, my friends.
Darwin from here is kind of just squinting, but he's like, didn't the goblin go through the other one?
Alright, I'll give you the official text on that one. Kenna, the north and south walls of this chamber are stacked halfway to the ceiling with ill-made barrels, boxes, and crates. A clear path allows easy access between the west and east doors.
Alright, that's it for me.
Meepo, stand right here as he moves up. Bailiana.
I follow after Meepo and press my ear against the door. Do I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
.2.
You hear the shuffling of at least one set of footsteps. Probably the one that ran back.
They're right here. Come on. May I open the door?
Okay. Ooh, that's too big of a thing. You open the door. Okay, from that vantage point. You see that he is standing right in front of another door, about ready to open it.
Oh, no, you don't. As I use knife for one more time to use my spell slots.
Okay. You guys are decimating these
Ooh.
goblins.
25.
That certainly hits.
13 damage.
Nice.
Alright, before he can get into the door, he drops down dead as your ice knife explodes. For the time being, let's drop out of initiative order.
Darwin just quickly darts ahead to see what's all happened. Kind of overstimulated, just darting his head around, like looking all around, not sure what to do.
I guess I'm kind of getting better at this combat thing, huh?
I think you're doing very good. And then Darwin just takes out his pet mouse and just starts petting it, and kind of sits on top of one of the goblins, just waiting. His name is Gerald.
Oh.
The dead goblin or the mouse?
I don't know which is funnier. We'll say the mouse.
Can Solo peek inside this door?
Let me check something real quick. As you go for the door is locked.
Hold on. Lame. Can I put my ear up to it and try to hear anything?
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Yeah, no, I don't think I hear shit there.
With the 6, you do not. You hear the lock rattling from you trying to open it.
I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of shrug and move on.
You think these
And then-
goblins got anything nice?
That's gonna be, it's gonna be it. Sorry, all good.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry for cutting you off there.
I think that's the least of our worries.
Well, he was going to that one door. That means more goblins, probably, right? And he looks
Very
over this.
likely.
I believe that to be a safe assumption.
We go that way.
Maybe.
Darwin seems like very much be second questioning himself since the whole trap
I
being
think.
almost pushed into.
I think we better enter this slowly and carefully.
Yeah,
Last thing we want is.
yeah.
Last thing we want is for any of them to realize we're here.
What
The whole
if I pretended to be the goblin that's dead there and say something that you guys come up with in
Maybe-
Goblin to figure out how many goblins are in the room?
Mm. That might not be a good idea.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
And you see, like, he's not really upset. He just seems like even though he's like a teenager, young adult, he's just very energetic and almost childlike in nature.
Mm-hmm. I think we might have to enter the room carefully. Does anyone know how to pick locks?
I am willing to attempt it with my foot.
I have thieves' tools. Does that do anything?
I'll do it.
All right. So who's doing what here, real quick?
I don't actually think I have those in my inventory. I'm proficient in it. Hold on a second.
The dog's mad. I'm not playing with her.
Oh.
You know, man, you can get dog toys shaped like D20s.
I
And
want
then
those
you could-
up.
That is adorable. I have a cat. I'm sure they have something similar.
She has
Oh man,
a-
if I drop a D20 on the floor, my cat immediately bats it around. And the number of crits she rolls is astounding.
we
That
should
is
include her in the
adorable.
game.
That is adorable.
Well, that's what I'm saying for your dog. Your dog could be playing with us.
Yeah, I don't think I could do anything with the door. If I had thieves' tools, I probably could.
Okay, so you're all debating the southern door, right?
Yep.
Whichever one.
This is the one that was tried and locked.
Oh, that's the one that's locked? I thought we were referring to this one.
No, Solo was further behind than you guys. This is the only one that's been tried.
Well,
Then
I'm good. Let's see what's behind this one carefully.
All right, so before you do that, let me give you the rest of the hallway. And let me check that room really quick. All right, do you want to try to open that door?
Mm-hmm. Can I roll stealth?
Yes, if you want to try to open that door, absentively.
Yep. 11.
Give me a second. Okay. You open that door. You just crack it open a little bit. You see 3 goblins sitting around a makeshift fire. It looks like they're talking amongst themselves.
Wait.
Darwin's gonna kind of come over, not quite too close, but very quietly.
Hey, Leon, is this wave her hand?
And translate for me.
Oh, over here. And he just comes up and puts his ear close to the door.
I need two things.
All
First, roll me a perception check.
right. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Perception and a stealth check is the two things. Roll a stealth check first, and a perception, or
Hold on, I
perception and
accidentally-
stealth. Either
Yeah,
one works.
perception first. Perception's 4. Stealth could be very good, could be very bad. Stealth is a 21.
So with those two rolls, you don't hear and they don't hear you.
Can Darwin kind of motion Meepo to come over?
Meepo will come over.
Meepo, do you want to be the biggest hero of all?
We need to find the dragon.
Well, here's an idea. You can go in there, and then Darwin kind of repeats the phrase, "Where is our dragon?" and tries to teach Meepo it, and tells him, "Go in there and ask them."
No.
Do you tell Meepo that there are 3 goblins on the other side?
He is kind of saying that there is goblins, but he's not saying how many.
You are
No,
welcome.
Meepo,
You
no.
are welcome to roll a persuasion check, but
Okay,
Meepo is unlikely to run to his death. Just so you
22.
know.
22.
So even with the 22, he'll look at you and he'll say, "I'll go in, but we go in together."
Boys, please, I got an idea. Please.
Darwin kind of stops before heading in and looks at her.
Does anyone have any mead?
No.
Solo?
Mm,
Do you have any
not
mead?
that I know of.
Or alcohol?
I've got oil.
Wait a minute. Goblins. And Darwin just kind of starts thinking. Let's see.
I have an idea.
Yeah, I've got
Alright.
oil in that. I don't have any alcohol though.
Kenna?
Oh no.
Darwin,
Alcohol does not bring glory.
Darwin and Kenna, make a perception check for me.
Oh no.
Do you say Darwin and Kenna?
Yep.
Not Kenna. I'm sorry. BZ, not BZ.
I got a
Bailiana.
10.
There we go.
I got a 10.
Okay, Bailiana.
That's 20.
Bailiana, you hear something get knocked over from this room, like a crate or something getting knocked on the ground.
I put a finger to my lips and start walking over there.
Darwin follows, but like, can he gently close the door behind Bailiana without alerting the goblins? The one right here.
You can let you close out without alerting. Bailiana,
Right.
do you try the door?
Yep. Quietly as best I can.
The door is locked. Something behind it's making noise, though.
Oh.
Can Darwin just... So he has... Let me think. So he has a small knife in his inventory. It's not a weapon at all. It's tagged as utility. Could he just kind of walk up to it and start trying to like pick the lock or like slice it open or something?
Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
Yes.
You can try to pick the lock using the thieves' tools. Make a dexterity check.
Alright. 18.
You successfully pick the lock. You hear
With a knife.
with the thieves' tools and the knife working in
Yep.
unison. Let's so you can open it if you desire.
He kind of looks for permission,
Open it slowly.
and he just kind of gently, like with one finger, taps it so it opens a little bit.
Give me a second for something. You're trying to do this stealthily?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
$19.
Oh.
So, to give you a little bit of the room, as the door opens up, there are crates on the ground. There appears to be a broken chain here. And you hear something. Something just crashing into things.
Darwin just kind of pushes Meepo through the door real quick.
Okay.
Darwin.
Trust me.
So you push Meepo through the door. And
Yeah, let's just shake your head.
alright. So Meepo has sight on that. And I want
Please be what I think it is. Please be what I think it is.
you see a little, not a little. You see a big dragon, not big.
Thank goodness.
And as it comes over, it bites Meepo's head.
Oh. Oh
It
no.
rips off Meepo's head in one bite.
Oh no.
It's where it ripped off the head freezes over, so all the blood vessels and whatnot just kind of ice over. She tosses the head against the wall, and she goes, I've wanted to do that for so long. Ah-ha! Yes, no more kobolds. Yes.
Darwin, can
And-
Darwin just kind of hesitantly go in?
And she looks at you, and this is two things. As midnight, this would be our normal stopping time. And two, this would seem to be a good place in the story for that.
Such a great.
Yep.
Yeah. That's such
Okay,
a
so
comment.
I kind of guessed that the dragon was in there, but I really thought it would have been like nice to Meepo.
No, it didn't like Meepo in the least.
Oh.
That's a Bupito moment right there, man.
I thought I was being smart.
Because Solo walks around the corner to join you guys, only to literally seconds before Meepo gets his fucking head bit off. Like,
Okay, adding to my note,
That's rough,
Meepo
buddy.
is dead.
that's rough.
Darwin's fault.
So I'm gonna put the picture of this scene in the Discord chat for everybody. So
Rip
that's what you walked into.
Hold
But
on.
there's a head and like an iced over carterized headless body.
Yeah, that the kobold doesn't stand a chance against a wyrmling.
Nope.
Let's be very clear. That could be Meepo's head mounted on the wall behind him. Like, if
Already,
we just walked
he was
away. That
very quick work. Made very quick work.
Give me a
Damn.
right. He's already frozen. He's taxidermied already.
True.
And
You're
Okay.
smart. I didn't even think about that. Damn.
I did not mean to.
That's rough.
I was not expecting the dragon. Okay, so beforehand, I did say I wanted to kill Meepo, but not like this.
you succeeded in a way that you could not even dream of before.
I did not mean to do it like this.
Work. Yeah, that's
Sometimes
rough.
when we put our
That's
wishes out into the universe responds.
Yeah.
I was
It's
trying to get him
okay.
with the goblins. I didn't expect to push him into a dragon. Well, I
You're
did know the
gonna-
dragon was there.
You
gonna meet
surmised that
Lucifer.
correctly.
You're
Darwin's
meet
gonna be
Luke-
traumatized from this.
Haley is already traumatized at everything.
It's not a
You're
pretty
gonna
sight.
meet Lucifer in the other campaign, and Lucifer's literally like dangled people over like the ship and stuff like. So like, trust me, like I feel this play style. Trust me. Like this is a very chaotic character you're playing, and I'm here for it.
I love it, but it's all.
If we're trying to lift a GIF off of the Spelljammer.
I didn't know. I thought you said Gith as in like you're shortening Gith Yankee.
No!
So it was a fucking hippo.
Even
Okay.
the Avatar shows a hippo.
So I will give you guys this warning. White Dragon Wyrmling is not a weak monster.
No, it's not.
I was
It's a
kinda
fucking
hoping
baby
to use-
dragon.
I was kind of hoping. I didn't expect it to be old enough to talk. I was kind of hoping Meepo would be able just to handle it like an animal. So that's why I
don't think I've
pushed
ever
him
been able
in.
to fight a dragon or a Wyrmling in like.
I mean,
all
it
my-
did handle Meepo like an animal. To be
No, I
clear.
thought Meepo would handle it like an animal, just like calming it down like a pet, not getting eaten.
No, you're mistaken. Welcome to D&D, where you are mistaken frequently.
Oh, this is horrible but perfect.
Be careful
See?
about that
That's the
word.
best part.
And
Yeah.
Darwin, before we ended, walked in the room and tried to talk with it.
You can certainly pick up and
Yeah.
it will probably talk with you. We can explore that next week.
There is
Yeah,
a small
let's do
chance.
that next week.
Because of that, there's a small chance we might get out of this alive. Because
Maybe.
Darwin
Maybe you should let Balin do the talking.
We'll find out next week.
Darwin has very good persuasion. So there's.
Do you know who is an excellent speaker in a situation like this? It is I.
I doubt
Kinna.
Kinna would want to talk to a dragon.
I would
love
assume
to
the
speak with
opposite.
a dragon.
I feel like Kinna would try to kill it on sight.
I would definitely speak to it so it knows who kills it. How else am
Oh,
I to
we're-
gather
we're-
glory if it does not go to the afterlife,
We're dead.
complaining about me?
We're dead.
That is a possibility which we will explore next week.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a good night.
Always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Alright.
Have a great week.
Night.
Everybody sleep well.
Thank you,
Bye, guys.
Tim.
And Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year, you guys. Thank you, DM. Peace out.
My pleasure.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
All right. Bye.
Have a good week.